Barnes and Leslie, the Morning X, but no Leslie today. We talked about we had a mystery rock star filling in, and I will say, a punctual one. Say hi to Ed Roland.
Good morning, everyone.
I will say, I mean, when the bat signal goes out, you're like right on it.
We learned that a long time ago. If you say be there at 7 o'clock, that means 6:45 to me.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Thank you.
I mean, you are very on time, and Leslie appreciates you filling in. What happened was...
I know. What's she doing?
She was in...
Eating leftovers?
Yes. She was in Bama, and what's that town? Fairhope.
Right.
For the holiday.
Okay.
And didn't want to drive back in the thick of it yesterday on Sunday, so she's driving back, probably listening right now.
Because she knew she had Ed at her side at all times. I'm ready anytime, Leslie. Thank you so much for letting me join y'all today.
We just keep your number in a little envelope and it says RIP in case of an emergency, and here you are. So Leslie, if you're listening, we're going to F up your sleaze right now. Celebrity Sleaze brought to you by Jim Ellis Automotive, where you can always expect the best. Don't forget the ticket window coming up in just a few with Green Day tickets. Did you hear Tiffany Hadish, a DUI on Friday?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
No,
that's
I did
what
not.
You're here so I can talk to you.
I'm sorry. I thought you were talking to the listeners. That's who you're supposed to be talking to.
Well, I am.
Okay.
So Tiffany Hadish.
No, I did not hear about this. Tell me. Do sleaze me.
Beverly Hills, hours after performing at a comedy show on Thanksgiving, and Page Six confirms, quote, we responded to a call of a vehicle on the roadway at 5:45 a.m. this morning. A watch commander for the Beverly Hills Police Department tells us, noting that officers were told the driver was, quote, asleep behind the wheel. We're also told that Hadish's car was, quote, stopped in lanes of traffic and not pulled over to the side, meaning that the vehicles that were driving in the area would have to, figure out a way around her. And yikes. But, so the next night, at a gig, somebody was rolling their phones, as you see when you're doing concerts, probably every single person.
Right.
And they asked her about it. So talk about going right to the source. This was the next night, and someone in the crowd piped up.
Oh, boy.
What happened last night?
Oh, damn.
I don't know, you tell me. I pray to God to send me a man with a job, preferably in a uniform. God answer my prayers.
Hard to hear because of the crappy audio, but
I understood what she said, fell asleep on the job or something.
she said, pray to send me a man in uniform. And,
that's right.
And he did.
That's awesome.
That's nice that she can joke about, of course.
She can joke, but it's not a joke. Kids out there listening, do not do that. It's called Uber.
It's so not worth it.
No way.
Man, I know people now, it haunts them. Some other celebrity news. Eric McCormack, you remember him from Will and Grace, got dropped the divorce note the day before Thanksgiving.
There's no good day for those drops.
But talk about it. I mean, was that planned? Thanks.
Yes.
Giving. I'm thankful for no longer being with you.
Yes.
So that done.
Child's play.
Kevin Costner passed his divorce, at least emotionally, but not financially. He was hitting the Caribbean last week. He was at Necker Island. You ever been there?
I have not.
That's Richard Branson's island.
My wife has been.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, because she runs with those
people.
Yeah,
you know who she runs with. I run with a bunch of men on a bus.
Costner went for the Necker Cup, which is that legendary tennis pro-am they do every year. They actually call it the world's most exclusive pro-am tennis event. And it's a very small island. But he was hanging out and seemed to be doing just fine. I guess sipping rum punch and not worrying about all the money he's got to still pay out. Okay, shifting to music. You can relate to this. So this whole Daryl Hall, John Oates thing, are you following this?
I am.
So they unsealed the case. A Tennessee judge did on Friday, and they had originally said to keep all the details under wraps. If you don't know what we're talking about, listen to this clip from Bill Maher's podcast with Daryl Hall talking about John Oates.
I mean, you have a partner, so it's a little different than...
I don't have a partner.
You
think John Oates is my partner?
You still tour together, don't you?
Yeah, but he's not my partner.
Well,
he's my business partner. He's not
geez, look what I've stumbled into here.
He's not my creative partner. John and I are brothers, right? But we are not creative brothers. We are business partners. We did a lot of stuff. We made records called Hall & Oates together, but we've always been very separate, and it's a really important thing for me.
Well, but you certainly weren't separate on the records, and were you separate creating them? No.
We were separate on the records too.
What does that mean? I'm not hearing the harmony. I'm not hearing what I love about
you. Know that song "Kiss" on my list?
Of course,
I did all those. That's all me.
Man, that's pretty hardcore.
From past history, I can understand where Daryl's coming from.
From like other people you've collaborated with?
Well, you didn't collaborate with, but you gave credit to that was not. They didn't do it. They just didn't.
Well, that clip is out on the internet, so it's safe to talk about because I've heard it, and I think you've talked about it maybe before on our show, where you're alluding to past members of Collective Soul who did not contribute, but you were nice enough to give them credit.
I would like to call it ignorant.
Okay. Wow. And what is something
you learn, and I think this all stems from them selling their catalog, which right now is worth lots of money.
And all these artists are doing that. That is, by the way, that's the end of the story. The end of the story is the restraining order against John Oates is because he's trying to stop him from selling the rest of their catalog to Primary Wave Music, who's, I guess, buying up all these catalogs.
Right.
Because everyone wants to get that money on the front side?
They do.
Wow.
I mean, at that age, why not? I mean, Daryl's, 75, 76 himself?
Yeah, I guess, ish.
So, I mean, enjoy what you created. Enjoy fruits of your labor.
But for you, when you gave away credit to whoever it is, what is an ignorant mistake, and I'm using ignorant because you did, what does an ignorant mistake like that cost you in the end?
Of course, money.
Because in hindsight, you can actually calculate it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like in the front, you don't know. You're thinking,
right. And at the front, you're just trying to maintain civility and everybody being cool and no mutiny on the bounty, for lack of a better term. Just because you were in the room while I wrote a song does not mean you wrote the song. You know, they'll say in Nashville, write a word, get a third, but they didn't even write a word or play a note.
Dude, I want to be in the room the next time you write a song. I just want to be sitting there. Send it my way.
You saw what I was building in my house? My
That's just interesting, though, man. You're talking about, like, possibly millions of dollars.
Oh, yes.
That you could have had in your pocket.
Yes.
As opposed to some dude who's just, unemployed or whatever, doing now.
Yes.
Because he did something bad.
Yes.
Wow.
But you live and learn, and once again, I accept that and move forward.
Well,
but once again, I understand where Daryl's coming from. I got to be honest. I don't know. That's Daryl's word and that's John's word. Like, that's two different.
It's hard.
There's two sides of each story.
All right, you heard it. Ed Roland is filling in for Leslie Fram all day today. That's your Celebrity Sleaze.